On Punch Powers, we dive into Floyd Mayweather's money claims, shady deals, and whether he's really as rich as he says. Stick around to find out what's real and what's just for show.
What you mean it's no transfer of ownership on these properties? Champ on the internet talking about he spent $402 million on these properties. I'm hoping this is not somebody just caught Floyd Mayweather slipping. He said he owned them properties with no partner.
So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather recently responded to claims that he might be running out of money after reportedly buying real estate worth $40 million. He said he owned 60 buildings and didn't need any investors or partners. He used only his own cash. However, some sources have challenged this, saying public documents don't confirm his story. This has raised questions about whether Floyd was misled or if he may have stretched the truth about his property holdings.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm a transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright." In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
Mayweather isn't just known for his success in the boxing ring. He's also known for how often he talks about his wealth. He loves to discuss his rich lifestyle in interviews and show it off on social media. From flying privately with his family to boasting about how much he earns, Floyd makes sure money is part of his public image. He once claimed he made $350 million in a single night, though many people believe that figure isn't accurate.
You want me to show you right now? Call AJ. My sister, she gonna call my pilot right now.
So you just call your pilot and he just come where? It's like an Uber?
I'm finna show you. AJ.
Hey, what's up?
So yesterday you guys flew over to Vegas.
Chael Sonnen, a former MMA fighter and sports commentator, doesn't buy into Floyd's big earnings claim. According to Sonnen, Mayweather's highest payday in one night was closer to $60 million. That's a lot of money, but far from the $350 million Floyd has claimed, leading people to doubt the numbers he brags about.
I need you to fly over there because you got to pick a couple people up. Pick my daughter and mother up. You got to pick some people up for me in Vegas. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And my daughter and my grandson up, right?
That's correct. Yep. Sure. Yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay, I got tickets for you guys to go to so let me know. Head over to Clay Lacey and go over to Vegas Super Bowl tomorrow. But I got Dan, he's gonna go. So let me know what time you're gonna land also, okay?
Okay. So it'll be, we're sitting here wrapping up dinner now. I think we got about an hour to play. I'd say have them at the airport about 10:45 or so.
Yeah, I'm done. So I can send them over there and then Dan can get on a plane.
There are those who think Floyd's constant talk about his riches is more than just pride. It's a key part of his brand. He's built his public image on the idea that he's untouchable when it comes to money. But when critics like Sonnen call him out, it makes people wonder if Floyd is more interested in looking rich than actually being rich behind the scenes.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love You love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
what do
Money
you
is
do
all-
with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd has said many times that earning money is more important to him than being known as the best boxer ever. His personal motto, "Nothing in this world is for free," shows how focused he is on money making. Some critics believe that this mindset may have taken attention away from what he accomplished in the sport itself.
Over Christian Ronaldo? No, it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that Floyd's, he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. First off, he's never gotten 100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was, but no, there's 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. The highest paid athlete getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think it's bullshit?
You think he blew through all of his money?
People think he made 130. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night. I know that Floyd is still, I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million.
Mayweather says one of his biggest goals is to build wealth that can help his family for generations. He wants his children and grandchildren to enjoy the results of his success. While that's a goal many people respect, others argue that Floyd may be putting too much focus on money and not enough on achieving other valuable things in life.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
You're getting emotional now.
No, not at all. No, I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them.
Floyd Mayweather, after the Aaron Chambers fight, went to Monaco and put 11.
Everyone earns their own money. You do what you want with your money. Right?
Yeah.
But to an extent, I don't respect it because you're someone that's in such a seat of influence. Especially when we were younger. We used to
$1 million on black. 50 million on black.
Yeah, look up to Floyd.
And what's he teaching the guys coming up? Well, spunk your money on
dumb shit. Yeah.
Work so hard to get it and then throw it away in the casino. Like, come on, man.
That's the thing. It's like that lifestyle. Floyd is not. One thing he's come back doing exhibitions and that, bro.
Sure.
Probably, I don't think Floyd. Don't get me wrong.
I think his level of broke is our level of rich.
Even though he's made millions, Floyd has been involved in questionable business deals. One example is a cryptocurrency scheme he promoted, which turned out to be shady. Reports said he was paid millions to endorse it without checking if it was legitimate. That situation made people question whether he values money over doing the right thing.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Floyd's love of luxury is no secret. He often shows off his large mansions, exotic cars, and the big tips he gives to private staff like pilots. These public displays are a big part of how he maintains the image of being a man who always has more than enough money to spend.
Yeah. And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it, the Centra card? At one point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Centra cards.
The Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work. We all know that.
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just not knowing, right? Like they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically you speak to his manager. Yeah. He's like, this is Floyd's price. You send the money over. Yeah. The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right. And you just basically give him his script and he just does it. Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything what that's going on really. So like what would
the guy can't read,
Yeah.
Although he's officially retired from professional boxing, Mayweather continues to make money through exhibition fights. These events aren't competitive and are often seen as ways for him to keep earning. People criticize them as money grabs, especially when he fights influencers or non-professional boxers like Logan Paul.
Everybody that got their own jet, you always got to tip your pilots no matter what. I don't care if it's a couple hundred, a couple thousand, you got to tip your pilots. Now today, I got to tip my pilots 1,000 a piece because it was kind of rough.
Logan Paul, who took part in one of these exhibition matches with Floyd, later said the fight felt like it was done just for money. His comments added to the criticism that Mayweather is no longer interested in challenging himself in boxing, but is instead focused only on adding to his bank account.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
Sonnen also suggested that Floyd's problem might not be how much he earns, but how much he spends. Sonnen thinks Mayweather may have burned through most of his fortune and now relies on exhibition matches to maintain his high-cost lifestyle and keep up appearances.
So many chains, bro. Chains? That's a depreciating asset.
Into late 40s now, still fighting with these random people in random places.
Yeah.
For 5 million here, 10 million there.
Yeah. Get yourself something that'll hold value.
Yeah.
Go buy some real estate, brother. Yeah. No, he's just a big spender. You can't spend like that, you know? Like,
this guy has a lot of chains.
Buy an original. We'd love to have you in the Dow.
What?
Invest in Prime, huh? Do something smart with the money, Floyd.
Snoop Dogg, who has been close to Floyd for years, once pointed out that there's a difference between being rich and being truly wealthy. According to Snoop, Floyd may have made a lot of money, but true wealth means managing that money wisely and making it last, not spending it just to show off.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.
Legendary boxer Chris Eubank Sr. took aim at Floyd's claim of being the greatest boxer ever. He said that just because Mayweather was the highest paid doesn't mean he was the best in the ring. His comments reflect the ongoing debate about whether Floyd's focus on money has overshadowed his actual boxing legacy.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpass everybody in sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than they.
Logan Paul also accused Floyd of not paying him the $3 million he was promised for their fight. This claim, along with other hints about financial problems, has made fans and critics alike wonder if Mayweather is still managing his money properly or if his empire is starting to crack.
a house like this.
It's in boxing.
I want a jet like this. I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend.
NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but if you can't show me how to get it, once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes. It's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, and I said no.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says he's the best ever. Has anyone accounted for this observation? I've never seen him lose. You only know a man in how he accepts defeat. Chose him to be, so I can't score him. But certainly, the fact that my own child, the gentleman, he's a playboy. Because that's what he represents. He has clubs, or he had clubs. And he shows bling, a role model over me, the dad. Well, this is how I'm living. I wear a dress. And for a bit of humor, I wear a bear.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic, hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up.
To downplay the issue only fueled speculation about his...
Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care. I just want my money.
When Floyd was asked about Logan Paul's unpaid money, he said during an interview on the Pivot podcast that the payment was simply delayed and wasn't a big issue. But many people felt that he didn't take the situation seriously and tried to make it sound less important than it really was.
You know, the money is not coming fast enough. That's why when they say money on the back end, as far as pay-per-view, it take a while, you know? And he shouldn't trip. If he feel like he done great numbers and we done record-breaking numbers, then I understand. Nothing comes right away. Just like I'm still collecting checks from fights 7 to 8 years ago. I'm still collecting checks. Why? Because I made smart moves and I'm my own boss. So they hate when a table is turned.
Right.
You know, look how many years they've been owing us money. But we don't ever trip. So now when the tables turn, they say, oh, you owe us something. Be happy with the biggest payday you ever got in your life. And I like YouTube because I don't mind getting a YouTube check.
Sure, we getting a YouTube check.
Right.
This is going to be a big YouTube check.
Yeah, so.
Joe Rogan, the well-known podcast host, pointed out that Floyd is one of the only athletes who makes such a big deal out of showing his wealth. But now that there are whispers of financial trouble, his flashy lifestyle doesn't look as impressive. It seems more like he's trying to protect his image.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. Famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive and with his pants on, jeans on.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.